Hey tea heads, this is Don from Mayleaf. In this video, introducing Greek Mountain Tisane. In this video, I'm going to be introducing, to those who don't know, this delicious tisane from Greece. This video is going to go under the Tisanes playlist. If at any point in time you enjoy this video, then please give the video the thumbs up. The more thumbs in the air, the more tea videos are going to come your way. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, then go click that button. Welcome to Folegandros. I'm on the beautiful, tranquil, and just gorgeous island of Folegandros. We managed to steal away a little bit of time for a quick holiday. It's stunning here. It's so peaceful. It's so tranquil. You're in the middle of the ocean. You feel like you're being transported away from modern life and back to antiquity. And it's a lovely, lovely experience. I truly recommend this island if you have not visited Folegandros before. And while I'm here, I have to taste the local infusions, of course. And this is the famous one. I know a lot of people in Greece still drink this tisane a lot, and it has a lot of history and purported health benefits. We'll talk quickly about the purported health benefits. So this tisane has been consumed since antiquity, and Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, said that this tisane was very good for your immune system and your respiratory system. And it continues to be considered to be a really powerful health drink, either for preventative or curative health. As always, we don't want to get too much into the health benefits without any kind of evidence or proof. However, there have been scientific studies that have been done that have shown that it has a very powerful antioxidant effect, something similar to green tea in terms of antioxidant effect. It has a very powerful anti-inflammatory effect and has a very powerful anti-microbial effect, and is very good for your digestive system. I'll put some links to scientific studies in the description below so you can check those out. But certainly, there is enough evidence to say that the ancients, as always, were not wrong. This is a very good drink for your general health and specifically for digestive health. And so it's called Sideritis, or Greek Mountain Tisane, also known as Ironwort, or apparently the translation of Sideritis is something like he who has iron, or who is made of iron. So again, bringing out this idea of strength and vitality. So let's give this a smell. We'll get some close-ups in a second so you can see the actual tisane itself, but it's basically made up of these stems and really beautiful kind of silvery grey green hairy furry leaves. So all of the stems really furry as well, and then it goes to these little leaves going to flowers. It almost looks like hops, if you know what hops look like. And these grow high up in the mountains, around 1,500 to 2,000 meters high for the high mountain Greek tisane. As always, there are different qualities. I'm going to have to investigate, because we are thinking of getting this in for Mayleaf. So I'm going to have to investigate the different grades and different qualities. I'm assuming that high altitude will be better for similar reasons as in tea. But it's a really interesting looking tisane. Very, very furry, very, very hairy, very, very fluffy, like almost got a cotton wool kind of texture on it. The smell of the dry leaf is really, really fresh, and it's amazing smelling it within this environment of the Greek islands, because you can so clearly feel the references. It has references of thyme, of other mountain herbs like oregano and thyme, but it's got a distinct citrus note. It's got a distinct orange, lemon, and I get a real raw rhubarb nose on this as well. Very, very much like when you freshly snap off a rhubarb stalk, and you get that raw rhubarb, slightly peppery citrus smell. It has reminiscence of lemon verbena, that kind of tisane flavor note, so citrusy, and exactly the terroir here and the flavor profile of Greece is all about lemons. It's all about oregano, thyme, all of those things. They sprinkle it into everything, into their savory dishes, into their sweet dishes. It's all about this kind of very citrus, very fresh aroma. And yeah, that rhubarb smell, which is great. So we're going to brew this up. Now, the traditional way to brew up this Greek Mountain Tisane is to actually put it into some cold water, turn up the heat in the pan, and when it reaches the boil, turn off the heat and let it steep for about 5 to 7 minutes. So a kind of very strong brew. But I'm going to try and brew it Gong Fu style. So here we have the Flute Brewer, and I'm going to actually really stuff it full of this Tisane here. I've got boiled water here. It's just fresh off the boil, so it's very, very hot. I'm going to really make sure that I give it a strong infusion. I'm not going to rinse this one. Ooh, popping out. Let's make sure it sinks down. See, the light furry texture of it means that it's super, super light, and it just pops out. So we're just going to put the lid on, make sure that that brews up. We're outside, so we don't have to worry about making a mess here. This is such a beautiful day, hot. We had to film this out of the sun because the sun is so strong. It's around midday here, and it's just gonna frazzle me. So we are going to have this with a very late brunch. We are very lazy on our holidays. Make sure we get up very late, catch up on our sleep, because when we're in London, we do not get enough sleep, that is for sure. So let's just wait for this to brew. This has been brewing for about 5 minutes. It definitely takes time for it to brew. And so I've just been looking at the color. If you want, you can brew this the traditional way with a stove and boiling the water and then leaving it to steep. But I want to be outside. So we've got our Flute Brewer here. This is now our essential travel companion. Nice small way to brew Gong Fu style. Put that to the side. The color is, it's a really lovely golden yellow. See if I can show this to you. Here, see if you can get focus on it. It's a really beautiful golden yellow, and with the blue sky in the background, it's just stunning. Wow. Okay, let's give this a taste. So we don't have our Gong Fu cups here, so we're going for the classic cafe cup. Not often you see me with this. Texture, light, nice and light, very refreshing. I'm trying to concentrate on texture, but immediately I'm getting this zing on the back sides of my tongue, zing of lemony citrus. The thyme is coming through. Real distinct Greek herbal Mediterranean herb mix. Oregano, thyme, not so much rosemary, but those classic woodsy mountain herbs. Orange zest, but the zest of a really, really well ripened, sun ripened citrus fruit. So if you come to Greece or you go to any hot country and you taste the citrus fruits, they just have a more abundance of sweetness in the zestiness, rather than that kind of very sharp zestiness that might come from colder countries. I'm not getting so much of that rhubarb in the mouth as I was on the nose. Slightly there, peppery lemonness. It's got a slight floral sweetness, not like an aromatic flower, more like a kind of chamomile sweetness, but not as strong. Nothing as strong as a chamomile. The predominance, though, is lemon and thyme, which is exactly what you'd expect in this area of the world. Now, I'm hungry, and I know Celine behind the camera is hungry. It's midday and we haven't eaten anything yet. So we're gonna head up to this beautiful little bakery that we managed to discover yesterday, this tiny 25-year-old bakery. And we're gonna see if they've got any baked goods available for us. It might be a bit late, but we're gonna see what they've got left. There's a particular cake, an orange cake that we tasted yesterday that I think would work extremely well with this Tisane. Okay, so we can't waste any more time. Let's get on our bike and let's see if we can get this dessert. smell in here is amazing. Can you smell it already?
It smells so good.
The smell of that wood that they use with the herbs. I hope they still have some stuff left.
Thank you.
I can hear, but we're a bit late, aren't we?
Yeah, sounds like.
And other people are coming. Quick, let's go grab them. Oh, the smell of a bakery.
Ooh! Yes.
Should we try their local cheese pie?
Yes. Delicious. So we've got our goodies. We're going to head back to the Airbnb to eat. They didn't have the orange pie, which is the one that I think would work really well with the mountain Greek Tisane, but we have a tiny bit left in the fridge, so we're going to test that out and we're going to try it with other cakes too. Hello, little one. Hello. I've got no food for you. I've got no food for you. Look at that one, just totally loving it. Sitting in the sun. Aww. So chill. Pretty one.
We've returned very hungry back to our Airbnb. Selena's here, obviously. And normally I'm ketogenic. Normally I follow the ketogenic diet, so I don't eat carbs. But since I'm on holiday, it's definitely cheat time, and today is definitely a cheat day. We've got pastries galore. This bakery is amazing. This is some savory ones. Why don't you show the camera?
Yeah.
So we've got a cheese pie there, a cheese and onion pie, a local cheese and onion pie. And then we've got a spinach pie, and I can't even remember what's in that pasty.
I think it's cheese?
Tomato and ham.
Look at that.
Delicious. But why don't you show them these, because this is what we're going to start with.
Yeah.
We're going to start with the desserts to see what we can pair with this. So we've got, this is an apricot tart. You just tilt the camera a bit so they can see more of the, that's it, that's an apricot tart. And then we've got the watermelon tart, which is really interesting. I've never heard of a watermelon cake or watermelon tart. That's really interesting. And then they didn't have this orange cake, but we managed to save some because we loved it so much and we figured it might work well with this Tisane.
Delicious.
So this is an orange, kind of soft orange vermicelli style baked cake, and then they had like an apple crumble cake with currants, which was really nice. We had yesterday as well, so we saved some of that as well.
Yum, yum.
So we've got the Greek mountain Tisane brewing, and we've been brewing it for about 5 minutes again. I think that these Tisanes will probably give you about 3 steeps, something like that, 3 strong steeps. So let's
check it out.
check it out. So what do you want to start with? Which one?
I've been really wanting to try the watermelon cake. They didn't have it yesterday. And I love watermelon.
It's just weird, isn't it? Watermelon cake, because everyone associates watermelon with raw, crispy, crunchy, juicy, amazing. Yeah. So they obviously cook it down. Yeah. Go on then, go for it.
Ah.
Well, first of all, taste the Tisane actually,
okay,
so you can.
Cheers. Oh my god, I love. Okay, so I'm one of those people that love thyme. I love herbs in general, and this is just the perfect mix of thyme, sage, and.
Oh, sage! Yeah, there is a bit of sage in it. Yeah, yeah.
Citrusiness, but it's not bitter. It's super kind of light but fragrant.
Yeah. So oregano, thyme, sage, lemon, orange, rhubarb combo.
Exactly.
Really, really nice. And yes, you are obsessed with thyme. If thyme is not in the house, she freaks out a little bit. Okay, go for it. So this bakery, 25-year-old bakery, you saw it. It's a tiny little bakery up a tiny little passageway. We managed to discover it yesterday. I'll put a link for their, I don't know if they won't have a website, but maybe there'll be a TripAdvisor listing. I'll put a link in the description below. So if you come to Foligandros, you need to find it. They bake all of their goods with this wood, this herbal Greek mountain herby wood. So it's the wood plus the herbs, and they bake it. They use that as the fuel, and that gives a really interesting herbaceous taste to the
pastry. I'm getting a feeling you're not into this one so much.
Okay. I don't taste watermelon.
Okay, let me try it.
Like, it's a really nice texture. I love the
wow.
sesame on it. I love the texture of it. But I'm trying to pick up the watermelon.
Yeah, the watermelon just
You know?
becomes like a sweetness,
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly.
it? So
And it's delicious. It's a delicious cake.
the texture is incredible.
Yeah.
Crunchy on the outside, really crunchy and chewy on the outside. You've got the sesame,
yeah.
giving you that chewy bite, and then the inside is really soft and carby.
Yeah.
Try it with the tea. Tisane, I should say. Works. It works.
Oh. Okay, I got the watermelon now.
Yeah, I mean it is there.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get close up with this.
I need to bring it.
Yeah, go on.
Boom, boom,
Show
boom.
the sesames on the top.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, this bakery really knows their stuff.
Oh man.
The texture of their baked goods is just beyond anything. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that this is, from tasting their cakes and pastries yesterday, this is potentially one of the best bakeries I've ever been to.
Definitely. For me, yeah, that's like the best bakery ever.
The crunch. If we were doing an ASMR video, you would hear.
Yeah. That sesame is
In
so
fact-
good with it.
Let's quickly do ASMR. I'm coming over, guys.
It's gonna chew on you.
Are you ready? Here we go. I'm not sure if you got that. Hopefully you did. But it doesn't work particularly well with the tisane,
No.
right? It's nothing.
It's like two separate things.
Nothing particularly.
Doesn't link together.
It's just a refreshment afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go for the apricot.
Okay. That. Oh my.
So this
God.
one looks more like a kind of cobbler style.
Yeah, like a crumble. Oh.
Mmm.
Mmm.
The amount of sugar that they put.
Mmm.
I don't think they put much sugar. It's all reliant on the fruit.
Mmm.
Really, really apricot-y.
Oh my god. Oh god. Apricotiness. And it's slightly chewy and light at the same time, weirdly.
Mmm. It's kind
It's
of got that
delicious.
biscuity, stroke cakey texture to it. It works better with the tisane.
Yeah.
That works
That
very
better.
well, I think.
Yeah.
The citrus and the thyme offsets the sweetness
Yeah.
of this one really nicely.
Yeah.
I think this one's too deep in terms of its taste. It's got too much of that caramelized
Yeah.
taste to it. This is lighter.
And I think the sesame overtakes the flavor of the tisane as well.
Okay, that's really good.
That's delicious.
Let's go to the apple, which has a similar texture.
Yeah.
I'll show it again.
Yeah.
Can you show it?
Yeah.
It has a similar kind of cobbler stroke crumbly kind of texture to it.
Can you? Ah, there we go.
Yeah, there you go. It is delicious. And you can see the burnt notes on it. Gives it that slight bitterness, the burnt currants.
And it's got
And that flavour of that fuel makes a big difference as well. Really big difference.
big difference. You can instantly taste it.
Yeah, that's what's really unique about it.
Yeah. It's really
Okay.
interesting.
Cinnamon. That burnt note is incredible. But let's see, my feeling is it's going to be similar to this and that there's too much caramel. Yeah, it completely overpowers the tisane.
So cinnamony, isn't it? It's delicious. It's got some, what is that? Black currants?
Currants. Not black currants, currants.
Fits so well. Fits so well.
But with the tisane,
I feel like the tisane cleanses my palate, but doesn't fit with it so much. Like,
it's the
because
same
there's
as
so
the
much
watermelon.
cinnamon in it. Yeah.
It's too strong. Right, now, this one, show the texture of this. This
This is
blew us away yesterday. Lucky we kept a bit because it wasn't gonna, they didn't have any, clearly popular. This is so soft on the inside. I'm not sure if they use, it kind of has like a vermicelli kind of look to it in terms of texture. The outside is more chewy than crispy. But again, really, really light and zesty orange, really zesty orange. And I'm hoping that this will really marry well with the herbaceous and zesty notes of the Tisane. Go for it. Try it with the
Now
Tisane.
you try it with me.
Yeah, you try it with the Tisane. I will.
I've got some still in my cup.
Okay, I'm going for a corner bit to get extra crunch, extra chew.
You know what was interesting is they had a slice of orange on the top. You know, like and it was kind of candied, but not that sweet, and super delicious.
Sorry, I'm not concentrating on anything you're saying. This with that. That is the most incredible pairing. It kind of makes me want to cry a little bit because I know that we're not going to get this pairing again, but the Tisane with its orangey thyme and lemon notes to it, all those citrus notes just marry and just perfectly harmonize with this zesty, bright, soft, slightly syrupy. It's like they've soaked it in a little bit of either honey or syrup. So bringing in those Middle Eastern influences of the baklavas and the soaked syrup cakes. Really, really, really fresh though. It's not too sweet. They've really been very, very controlled with the amount of sugar that they put in it.
Spot on sugar amount.
Stunning cake. Stunning cake.
It's like the best orange cake I've ever had in my life.
It's the best orange cake I've ever had, and I would say that it's up there with the top 20 cakes of my life.
Yeah.
That cake is incredible. That's amazing.
If you come here to this island, go to that bakery, get the orange cake.
Go early, not like us.
No.
Get all of it, get everything, and it's so cheap as well.
Yeah.
I mean, all of this costs like €6.
Yeah.
So you know, you can fill yourself up, head to the beach with the most amazing picnic, get a thermos, brew some Greek mountain Tisane, and you are having pure luxury on a budget. All right. So we're going to keep eating this breakfast. I'm going to fill myself up with carbs. My body's going to go into shock probably.
Yeah.
But you know, it's worth it with these.
We'll drink lots of tea afterwards.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to go explore Foligandros. But that's it, tea heads. If you made it to the end of this video, then please give it the thumbs up. Check out our YouTube playlist. Let us know if there are any videos that you'd like us to make. If you're ever in London, then come and visit us in Camden to say hi and taste our wares. If you have any questions or comments, then please fire them over. Other than that, this is Celine. I'm Don from the wonderfully tranquil island of Foligandros. Keep drinking the good stuff. Stay away from those tea bags and spread the word because nobody deserves bad tea.
Bye.
See ya.